Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, a lot of you guys have been asking for this, so here it is. We got the Olm Shadow Guide. So, there's a couple different ways that you can use the Shadow at Olm. And some of them are very, very complex. They're actually really hard. They're like world record strategy level of technique. They're called like the 12-0 guide and the 8-1 shadow. And we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be keeping it simple. This is for people who own a shadow and maybe 3-1. Maybe they're struggling with 3-1 with a 4-tick weapon. Or maybe they finally bought their shadow, they saved up for a shadow, and they haven't, they haven't got a Sang yet. Maybe they don't have a shadow and a Sang. They only have the shadow. So this guide is for you guys. It's to get started soloing Olm with the Tumeken Shadow. And the method that we're going to be using is called 2-0. And it's actually even easier than 3-0. It's easier than the 3-0 mage hand method. You have a little more leeway. Your clicks don't have to be tick perfect. They don't have to be precise. You can lose a tick here and there, and it won't throw you out of rhythm. So that's actually a really nice benefit to the 2-0 method. It's one of the only Olm methods that you can do that doesn't have to be tick perfect. So that's nice. The downside is you don't get the healing of the Sang Staff. But if you were using a Trident, or maybe that Scepter, the Warped Scepter, you weren't getting the healing from the Sang Staff anyway, so that's okay. So let's talk about the plugins really quick. If you've seen any of my other guides, we use the same two plugins. We're always going to use the same two plugins for Olm. And that's the tile indicator down here showing my true tile, which is where the game thinks I am. And I also have this visual metronome plugin. And I set it to 4 ticks because Olm is on a 4-tick cycle. And it will come in handy in the 2-0 method as well. So if you want to use those plugins, like I said, it's the tile indicators and the visual metronome plugin. So, I guess without let me talk about the gear really quick. So, I'm kind of wearing weird gear. I'm not wearing a helmet. I'm actually wearing, wearing mage gear. You would be bringing your max mage setup, whatever that consists of. So, full ancestral, obviously you would be bringing your occult amulet. The boots are okay, but you'd be wanting to wear your Zenite bracelet, mage cape if you have that. I'm wearing this setup because if I just do a quick 2-way swap right here, I'll be able to show what we need to do when we splash. It'll give me guaranteed splashes, which will come in handy for explanation purposes. So, yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's show off 2-0 Olm. So we'll enter the room, maybe Mage Prey on, and let's see what happens. So it looks like he's turning on 1. So I'll be attacking on 1, and I'm just going to be going through these 2 tiles right here. It's literally this simple. This is the 2-0 method. Just those 2 tiles back and forth and engaging on 1, or engaging on his turn tick. So you can see right there I splashed. And when we splash, just like we do with the 3-0 method, we run left. And then we run all the way back right, and we get back in pattern. So here's some 2-0. Now we're looking to splash from the right-hand side. No splash, so we continue on with 2-0. Let's do some intentional splashing. So there's a splash. And he turned middle, so I run left. And then I run all the way back to the right. And I engage on 1. There it is, another splash. He turns middle, I run left. And then all the way back to the right side. So that's all we have to do. It's not, I guess, I'm not sure if it's as efficient or less efficient than 3-0. But it's easier. You have a lot more leeway. You have a lot more room to make mistakes. So that is an added benefit of the 2-0 method. I'll show you what it looks. I lost a tick right there, actually. So here we go. I'll lose quite a few ticks and show you that it does work out. So there's some tick loss. And I can just get right back into it. So you don't have to be super precise with your ticks. You do not have to be tick perfect. Which is probably, in my opinion, the nicest benefit of the 2-0 method. But we just continue on like this until he's down. Obviously, if you're wearing better mage gear than me, if you're wearing max mage instead of all these random melee items that I do have equipped, the hand goes significantly faster. So this is actually a pretty bad example of how long it takes to do the 2-0 mage hand. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. So if you own a shadow, if you want to get started learning Shadow solo Ohm, this is a really great beginner step to get there. Like I said earlier, there is the 12-0 method and the 8-1 method, but they're very complicated. It requires weapon style switches, so you'd be switching from long range to accurate mid-fight, and it gets very complicated. Maybe we go over that in the future. But like I said, if you're just getting started out learning to solo Ohm, or you just got a shadow and you want to kind of get used to the interesting shadow timing that is used in Ohm, I highly recommend doing the 2-0 method. I'm not sure if it's enough to get you through speedruns like the GM time. I'm not sure if you can get GM time using the 2-0 method. I actually just did 3-0 for my GM time, so if you're looking to do GM time, you probably gotta stick with 3-0 Sang, or possibly if you want to learn the 12-0 Shadow or the 8-1 Shadow. That's probably your best bet if you're going for GM time, but it is unnecessary. So anyway, I hope this helped. I hope you got to see how to do the 2-0 cycle. And if you enjoyed this video, throw me a like, throw me a sub. It helps a ton, and really appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.